Welcome to the channel. On today's video, we're gonna go from this to that. Hello and welcome yet again for another video today, guys. I have a little project that we're gonna attempt to do, and when I say attempt, is you've seen my vinyl wrapping videos. They take multiple tries, but I am happy to report this tail light is tinted, and it was my first attempt, and it went perfectly smooth. So I'm going to replicate that for you guys on this side, which is the non-tinted tail light. I went with a light smoke. So as you could see, the main reason I wanted to do this is the chrome piece for the blinker and the reverse light. I mean, it just stands out way too much for my liking. So there, for a comparison, is the original. Let's walk over to the smoke. So it is not that dark at all, but it just gives it way more of a subtle, classier look. So I'm gonna replicate this on the other side. And for this project, we are using some vivid film, light smoke. I will have the link to this in the Amazon description below. Be sure to check it out. And you know, it's not too difficult. The main reason I was able to lay this down the first time and not rip it off and get a new piece and start over is because I took my sweet time with it. I was very patient, and I watched all of CK Wrap's videos. I'll have his link to the description below. He basically talks about how to wrap taillight tints, full cars, and gives you great tips and tricks on how to do it properly. So I watched all his videos, implemented those tips and tricks into my own work, and I will say it came out pretty dang good. So the hardest part was the outer taillight. I did them both separately with 2 pieces of film. So I did the inner taillight first. You know, it wasn't too difficult. It's basically a very flat surface. You have a small edge right here, which is fine. This one though, this is the hard one, because you get your flat surface, it kind of dips in here and it has a groove, and then this side goes down. So this angle is very difficult. But then you have these fins that you could see kind of stick out. So the best way to do this is you kind of heat it, wrap it around, and then you cut these out and you work them into the edges, because you can't really tell if those are wrapped or not because the lens is clear. So it still looks perfectly fine, perfectly good. A couple little air bubbles, but those will dry out with time. But for the most part, it came out freaking awesome. So let's do a time lapse of installing the other one. Right, to get this process started, I have masked off some of this tape so the vinyl doesn't stick to the actual paint job, and it doesn't really stick to the painter's tape here. So it's gonna help with pullback if you have to have pullback in the areas and readjust. So I cleaned the area off with some IPH solution. We'll do this tail light first and move on to the next one. we have a Frenchie approved modification, right baby? All right guys, here is the finished product. Passenger side, driver's side. You could still see the red peeking through. It's not too dark. It is an overcast day right now, so there's not a lot of sun in the sky. It's just very cloudy, and you could still see pretty dang well through this, which is freaking awesome. I want to say this side, my first attempt came out better than the passenger or the driver's side. You know, if I bring you guys in super close, you will probably see a few flaws like right there. I had to do a little relief cut in order to make it sit nice and flat. But for the most part, came out real good. Okay, on the passenger side, this one came out pretty perfect. This side, I had a little bit of trouble on this particular edge right here. So what I had to do was make a relief cut and just overlap the two pieces. I mean, if you're super up close to it, you're gonna notice it, but you back up a little bit and that's barely noticeable. So for a first attempt, that's gonna be pretty fine for me. I have a few little fingers right in that area, but even at the last Club F meet that we had, I saw a few guys that had their tail lights wrapped professionally. I still saw these fingers and imperfections, so for me doing it myself for free, I am more than happy with it. Comment below what you guys think, if it's good or not. Should I leave it? Should I take it off? But I'm pretty stoked with it. Look at that. The light still peeks through perfectly fine. Man, so stoked about this. Such a simple thing, but it makes the rear end look so clean, especially without this chrome protruding from the blinker and the reverse tail lights. So make sure you guys subscribe if you enjoyed this one, comment below, hit like, and we'll see you on the next video.